Is it true what you say about the the religions? You can talk about the religions, the traditional religions, but then, as you say, greed and the corporations and stuff. I see
Yes.
us just reading there where you came from. I also came from that world, and 2 years ago I sold everything. And so, yeah, so that is like the current big religion.
Of course.
For 8 billion people, so everyone strives towards that.
Progress. That's the religion
Yes,
of today. Everyone wants a good life. Everyone wants comforts and In fact, all the old religions, they have been defeated. Christianity has been defeated, Hinduism has been defeated, they all have been defeated. This one religion has defeated everything. Greed is today's
Yeah,
religion.
that's actually true. Maybe in another 50 years or so, Christianity is going to, all of these religions are going to go more and more because
Go
young
more and more
people
down.
are questioning it. But the greed thing is the difficult thing to fight because
So if you
that's
find
the outside.
yes, fight this new religion called greed. Why must you not fight it? We are fighting religions that are anyway decadent, that are anyway taking their last breath. What is the point in fighting these moribund
Yeah,
religions?
so true.
You don't have to fight any of it. You just have to.
No, that is so true, man. And then how do you fight it? I just started reading a bit there what you were saying. So you're saying, how do you fight it? I mean, it doesn't help to run away to the mountains and the island, sit in the because it'll just go with you. So you have to find. That's kind of, I suppose, if I have a question, maybe that's because I was just sitting I was reading it to me too, and I spoke to me. But how do you help and assist with, I suppose, what you're doing in kind of fighting that? So as you say, not running away into the mountains, but kind of, I suppose, teaching people that still have to survive, you still need the money, but then how do you help them maybe not to define themselves totally with their job and with that, but to find the inner truth? Is that kind of
Yes,
because that's what I'm struggling. That's where I'm now.
but you have to demonstrate it. You see, you have to be it.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is no dearth of talkers.
Yeah.
Wagging one's tongue is so easy. You have to really demonstrate it. Your life has to be the proof. When you say that it is possible to challenge the false,
Yes.
then your life has to be a proof of that challenge.
Yeah. Yes, okay.
And when you come up to people not only with your words but with the backing of your life, then people appreciate. Then you are credible. Otherwise you are just talking. So it has to begin with you. First of all, you have to be that who can be the messenger, who can be the teacher.
So you first must get yourself into a position where
Yes.
it is totally irrelevant, the outside. It's
Yes,
all inside
yes,
here.
yes.
Before you can just talk about it, because otherwise you're just
Yes.
repeating knowledge.
Repeating knowledge.
You're not really repeating
And
experience.
yes, and in repeating knowledge, you are only perpetuating misery
Yes.
because they already have a lot of knowledge.
Sure. And they can see, and people can see through that you're not actually totally there
Yes.
yet yourself. You may be 70% there, but you're not there yet. You're
Yes.
not.
And you know what happens if you're not living what you are saying, then you produce more and more cynicism in people. People say, you see, another one of the fake ones, and because I see only fake ones, hence it is proven that truth does not exist. So you become, instead of being a teacher of truth, you become a messenger, or rather a proof of the false. Do you see this?
No.
You say that what I'm saying is coming from honesty. You go to someone and say, what I'm saying is coming from honesty. And the other one is able to detect that what you are saying is basically dishonest. Then what have you proven to him? What have you really proven to him? You have proven to him that dishonesty rules. So he goes away more convinced that dishonesty is God. Dishonesty lords. Bad, quite bad.
You can only really, you have to full on live that before you even open your mouth to try to help other people.
But in
I
that
know that's
also,
kind of,
but even in that, there is a little bit of a trap.
Okay.
If you keep waiting for the day when
Yeah.
you will be perfectly there,
Yes,
then you
yes.
will be waiting till infinite time.
Yes, that's
Like
true
you
also.
said, enlightenment is
Ah,
to be shameless.
So while you are very right that you must not open your mouth till you are there, but at the same time you cannot wait to be there to open your mouth, because you can keep waiting and never be convinced that you are there.
Sure. So what's the balance?
One has to start where one is. One has to know that being a human being, one is limited. One's expression is limited. One is vulnerable to several things. And yet one says that serving the right cause, being devoted to the truth, is the best that one can do in this life, with this life. So one starts as one is, but one does not claim that one is perfect. One goes out and just bears his mind and says,
Sure.
This is how it is, and this is how I am as well, and you and me are one, and let us talk. One does not say that he is perfect and the other one is not.
Yeah, sure.
One goes to the audience, one goes to the world with a certain humility. One says, I know that I'm not yet there. Still I know that I cannot wait. The task is so important, so urgent that I cannot wait. So I have come to be with you.
Yes. Yep. And I suppose that will also take it in a direction, we had the open humility discussion then.
It is your humility that will work. It is your humility that does the trick. Nobody can ever take it from someone who pretends that he is there. It is your determined humility. That's the right thing, I think. Determined humility. You are humble and yet you are determined to kind of put it across, to do the right thing.
To learn.
To learn, of course, to learn.
And you're vulnerable, you show you're vulnerable.
And you are vulnerable. And you do not sit high up there on some pedestal. You do not claim a false position. And yet you do everything that is necessary. You do not say, oh, I am a commoner, how dare I open my mouth? How dare I act like a teacher? You teach, but in humility.
Be
Because-
with them,
huh?
not
Not upon them,
Not upon them.
not all over them, not on top of them. Huh? Yes, of course. And it is so difficult, to be with someone. Being on top of someone is very easy.
back in India we always respect teachers. We are into that, but then none of us feel like respecting many teachers because we don't see any
Sure.
purity in those teachers who teaches us.
I also want to ask, can there be respect without closeness? If you can't really love someone, how will you really respect him?
It's always like fear God. I used to ask
Yes.
people, why fear God? If you love the God, you won't do anything bad.
Yes.
On one hand, God is the papa, the daddy, the mother, the father. On the other hand, you say you must be God-fearing. How do the two go together? It's impossible.
Fearing and loving, it doesn't go together.
Not to. And it's so obvious, is it not? Does it require a lot of brains to detect this falseness?
Exactly.
Yet people are carrying on with this.